Hi there, Lou Levison here, live from Klamath Falls, Oregon. And today's the what? Today's the May something. I don't remember. Anyway, we're into May. It's 2020, and I'm gonna do a little set of songs here. Hope you're all doing good. This first one is instrumental, called Riptide, and in the early days of surf music, the genre was primarily just instrumental. Words were kind of looked down upon, and that eventually changed. But anyway, this is an instrumental of mine called Riptide. That was called Riptide. So, a few weeks back, and by the way, I think this is like the 9th week or something. Like, I can't believe like we've been in this stay-at-home thing for this long. But anyway, a few weeks back, I did this song, and that one was called "The Next Wave." And it has vocals, but no words. It's just like sound, vocal sounds. And so I'm going to do another one of those. But this one is called Seafoam Breeze. that was that was Seafoam Breeze, and I don't know if any of you have gone to the beach recently. I know things are loosening up in a lot of places. Linda and I did a fun thing yesterday. I've been a pilot for a long time, and we have a little plane, but we haven't been using it, because where could you go? You can't visit anyone, you can't fly anywhere and go to a restaurant. But we flew over about an hour away to Illinois Valley, where we used to live, and met some friends at the airport, and it was a nice day, like in the 70s, and we just sat around in a circle, a big circle, so we had our social distancing, and we ate our own separate, picnic lunches we had brought, but at least we could see each other and talk in person, and so that was a big deal. We did, really felt funny after being, quarantined for so long, my brother Dave, he flies out of that airport, and he's getting a World War II a warbird, L2, a Levison plane. Well, he got it actually, but it's back east, so he hasn't brought it out yet. But hopefully he'll have that this summer, and that should be a lot of fun. Anyway, but we haven't been to the beach yet. We don't have any particular plans. But I thought I'd do some surf songs because it is, I don't know, connected to summertime coming and people getting to get out a little bit more. As you can see, I'm wearing this shirt that Al Jardine from the Beach Boys gave. No, I got it at a thrift store actually, but it looks like it could have been one of those shirts the Beach Boys used to wear, and they definitely brought a distinctive sound to surf music, and with their amazing harmonies and songwriting and so forth. By the way, this shirt was made in the USA. My pants are made in the USA. My sandals are made in the USA. My socks are made in the USA. My belt's made in the USA. You can kind of see a pattern here. I'm funny about that. I guess from being a production worker for so long in the USA, I feel strongly about covering myself and surrounding myself with locally made things. But anyway, back to the song thing. Yeah. So I think maybe I'll switch guitars here. This Martin was made in the USA. This is an East Coast guitar. I gotta pick up a West Coast guitar. I got this off. This is a Fender Stratocaster. These were made in California. I think some of my best surf songs I've already done on these different Sunday sets. Surfing Through Life and Beaching a Wave. But I got maybe a little bit more. So this one's called Would You Could You.
Would you, could you, baby, baby, would you beach with me? Would you
nice silly surf song. Would you, could you? So, of course, it is Memorial Day weekend, and it's a good time to think about all those that gave their lives, especially for a good cause, or at least they were hoping it was a good cause. And I'll mention something. I often update you on my mom, who's in a nursing home. And this nursing home had like 200 beds, so over half the people in it were tested positive. Of them, 30 definitely died from the virus, and 31 I think died from the virus. 8 they suspected it was the virus, something like that. But there was like 300 employees there. That kind of shows what's going to happen as all of us baby boomers end up in these kind of places. They're going to need a lot of people to take care of us. So for the 200 residents, there were 300 employees, but of those, at least 50 tested positive. But they were. But the way my mom described it, I mean, the people working there were like in spacesuits. They were really trying to stay protected. But still, 50 of them got it, and the supervisor of this nursing home, it's called Abbott Terrace. It's in Waterbury, Connecticut. She recently died. She had tested positive and had been out for several weeks, and thought she was feeling good, and she was only in her 50s, but she died, and they're attributing it to the virus. But anyway, so in memorial to her and to all the others throughout our nation's history, we should give a little thought to that this weekend and all the time too. But anyway, so this song is about a surfer that lost his life to a shark. It's called Bobby Lee. I think I'm going to grab my other guitar back. Can't make up my mind here. So I grew up till age 9 or so on Long Beach Island in New Jersey. It's an island that's 18 miles long and very skinny. And I was born in the 50s, grew up there in the 60s, and then moved inland to Lakewood. And, but anyway, this song is reflective of experiences there, and my first exposure to folk kind of music and people playing guitars and so forth. And I'm going to show you something. So there was this kind of Peter, Paul, and Mary cover group, and this is a postcard with them on it, and they were called the Wharf Rats. I don't know if you can see that well. And the boat that's turned up on its side behind them was called the Jolly Pound, and it was kind of like a little stage for outside performances during the summer. And the Jolly Pound, this little stage, was in front of this schooner called the Lucy Evelyn. And it was a big giant schooner that they had up on the land, and they converted the inside to cool little gift shops. And it was really magical going in there because at that time, you never smelled smells like this, like candles and stuff, and spices from different countries, and they had all kind of fancy little imported toys and things like that, jewelry and stuff. It was kind of neat, but that's not in the song, the Lucy Evelyn, because it burned down, I think, before this happened, before the time of the song. But that was cool thing. But anyway, so these elements are in the song. It also mentions the Black Whale, and that was a fishing boat that would take people from the bay out to the ocean for deep sea fishing. And at this time, this is during the Vietnam War, and they were sending soldiers that were wounded in Vietnam to a hospital at Fort Dix, New Jersey. And as the guys recovered, and these were like 18, 19, 20-year-old guys, they would show up in these Green Army buses down the road from me to go out on the Black Whale, and they'd all be bandaged up, and of course some of them would be missing body parts and stuff, and it had a big impact on me as a kid, because I was used to watching TV and all the combat kind of action shows, and this was like a little dose of this other side of it, this other reality, So that's mentioned, and there was a library there that was run by this librarian that had like 200 cats or something, but like in the library there was old nautical artifacts from Long Beach Island from long ago, but it included lots of harpoons. They'd go in there and there were all these big harpoons, and I don't know, it was kind of funny as a kid, there were some little study rooms in the library upstairs, and the librarian wanted them closed because she didn't trust young teenage couples up there. She couldn't keep an eye on the whole library herself, she thought. It wasn't that big, but my dad he passed away like 35 years ago, because I could say this, but he was on the library board, and apparently when she brought this up at a library board meeting, he was frustrated that she wanted to shut down part of the library because she couldn't keep an eye on it, and so he said, well, at least the kids would be learning something. I don't know how politically correct I would be now or was then, but that's a quote attributed to my father. Anyway, and then the Surflight Theater is mentioned in the song too. It is coming up. I am going to sing it. Here's a little brochure from back then. Surflight Summer Theater. And, it was just a little community theater, but to us kids growing up there, this was a very small town in the winter. There was hardly anyone there. And then in the summer, all these tourists would come, and they'd have some of these attractions. And to us, like the young actors and actresses that would be in these plays, I mean, they seemed like Hollywood stars to us, but they were just, high school and college kids, I guess. But, it was a big deal for us, and the Wharf Rats too, because they were the only kind of like act like that, you know, in the later '60s. So this song takes place in 1967, which was called "The Summer of Love." Yeah, a little more folky sound here. Let's see. Folk music on warm summer evenings, guitars and harmony, songs of hope on the gentle breeze, blowing out to sea. Going down to the jolly town to hear the Wharf Rats play. Under the mast of the schooner, Lucy Evelyn, down on Barney Day. Folk music on warm summer evenings, guitars and harmony, songs of hope on the gentle breeze, blowing out to sea. Fudge from the copper kettle, Bill us barefoot without fail. Nate selling sweatshirts and bikinis, Mangled Soldier, Gordon Blackwell. Folk music on warm summer evenings, guitars and harmony, songs of hope on the gentle breeze, are blowing out to sea. Surfing them baby waves, Tommy, you'll surf right. Harpoons in the library, and you know the beach was also white. Folk music on warm summer evenings, guitars and harmony, something hope on the gentle breeze, blowing out to sea. From Beach Haven to Syrup City, you know the girls were all so pretty, hanging on the beach all day and night, gonna see the Wharf Rats play. Folk music on warm summer evenings, guitars and harmony, songs of hope on the gentle breeze, blowing out to sea. We were going out to sea. Wharf Rats, Summer of Love, New Jersey, yeah. All right, that was folk music on warm summer evenings. I didn't explain everything before that song, even though it went on and on, but the guy selling sweatshirts and bikinis, Nate, that was my grandfather. And yeah, there was other stuff in there too, but bunch of memories from a long time ago. Anyway, I hope our memories of the current time end up being something we can laugh about in the future. And I hope you know many of you get out more and you know, enjoy things a little bit more, but still be safe and healthy and do the right thing, whatever you feel that is, you know. So thanks again for tuning in. It's a blast for me to think that you know, some of my friends and family and other people can can check out some of these songs. Yeah, one of the constraints I'm going to put on this was not to repeat any songs. So maybe we'll do like a request time or something. But up till now, yeah, I'm trying to do like different songs every time. And it's been a lot of fun. And I hope to see you next time. And take care. All right, bye-bye.